Today we want to take a look at number base, part 4. And this one is involved equation. I advise you all to view my videos on the number base from part 1, part 2, part 3, and now this is what? Part 4. Now let's take a look at this example. How to work number base involving equation. Here we asked to look for the value of n. And how do we do that? Here, right, let's solve A. 1, 2, 4 base n is equal to 2, 3, 2 base 5. Here, what I want to do here, this is base 5, so we have to change this one into base 10. And this again, we change it into what? The base n. So we first take this one, that is 1 multiplied by n, plus we take 2 multiplied by n, plus we take 4 multiplied by n, we take the equal to here, we take 2 by 5, 2 multiplied by 5, plus we take 3 multiplied by 5, plus we take 2 multiplied by 5. Now after which, we now get the place value of h here. We start 0, 1, 2. And this equal to separates this equation. We do different one on the right hand side and we do different one on the left hand side. So this again is 0, 1, 2. So what I want to do now, we find the place value as they are. We now take 1 multiplied by this one gets what? N squared plus we take 2 multiplied by n. Take this one plus n to the power 0, it means what? 1 is equal to, we take 2 again, multiply by 2 to the power, 5 to the power 2, it means what? 25. So we take 25 plus we take 3, this is multiplied by 5, plus we take 2 multiplied by any number raised to the power 0, it means what? 1. So this is 1. So now we do our multiplication. This is n squared plus this is 2n plus 4 is equal to 2 times 25 is what? 50 plus 3 times 5 gets what? 15 plus 2 times 1 is what? 2. So what I want to do now, we take n squared plus 2n. Of course, this one is going. Let's take this one across. That is equal to, we take 50 plus 15 plus 2. And this one is going to get what? Minus 4. We now have n squared plus 2n is equal to, this is 65. And we have something here to be what? 67. So 67 minus 4, we have what? 63. So we now have n squared plus 2n minus 63 is equal to 0. So this one is quadratic equation now. And how do we solve this quadratic equation? We want to take two numbers as a factor. We multiply to get the constants and we add to get what? 2. So that number is what? 9 and of course what? 7. So we take n squared plus, we are taking 9n, we take minus 7n, we now take minus 63 is equal to 0. We partition this one for us to factorize. So what I want to do, we take n out, so it remains what? N plus 9. What I want to take here to factorize this bracket, we are taking what? 7. We take minus 7. So 7 can go here to remain n. Minus minus is plus. 7 go here. 9 is equal to 0. So in this case, look at the bracket, they are the same. So we are maintaining one bracket. We now take n minus 7 and we take one of this bracket. N plus 9 is equal to 0. So n minus 7 is equal to 0 and n plus 9 is equal to 0. So here, n minus 7 is equal to 0, or n plus 9 is equal to 0. So for us to look out for n, we now take n is equal to this one is going 7 or n is equals to minus 9. So that's the value for n in this question. So let's solve the second question. This one, the D part, that is 1 q. We have 1 q here. 1, 4 is 5. Of course, is equal to, we have 1, 8, 4 is 10. Okay, now let's look at this. In this question here, no need for us to work for this in base 10 because the number is already in base 10. So we just leave it like that and we expand this one by 5. So this is B. We now take 1 by 5. We now take 1 multiplied by 5 plus we take Q multiplied by 5 plus we take 1 multiplied by 5 plus we take 4 multiplied by 5 is equal to, write this information, that is 1, 8, 4. Since this in this 10, we leave it like that. So we now find this value of this, that is 0, 1, 2, and of course 3. So 5 to the power 3, it means what? 5 times 5 times 5. So we have 1 multiplied by, if we multiply 5 times 5 times 5. 5 times 5 we get 25, that is 25 by 5. This is 25 put 5, carry 2. 5 times this we get to 10. And 10 plus 3 we get to 12. So here is 125. So 125 plus q times 5 to the power 2 means what? 25. Plus, we take 1 times of course 5. We take plus 4 times 5 to the power 0 means what? 1 is equal to 184. So we now do our multiplication. We have 1 times 25 is 125 plus q times 25 we have what? 25 q plus 1 times 5 is what? 5 plus 1 times 4 is 4 is equal to 184. So the next thing we need to do, let's add these numbers together. We collect our like term, that is 25 q plus 25 plus 5 we get 30 and 30 plus 4 we have what? 34. So we now have 134 is equal to 184. So we are looking out for q, we transpose. So 25q is equal to 184. This one is going to the equal to sign, so this one change to negative. Minus 134. So 25q is equal to, so if you take this one, we do what? 50. Since we are looking out for q, we divide both sides by 25. Divide both sides by 25. So 25 here we cancel. So q here is what? This one can go 2. So the value for q here is 2. Now let's take a look at the last question here. The last one. So let us see. Now C 24 is 5 plus 11 is x is equal to 17 is 10. Okay. Here we have nothing to do with anything here because this one again is already in this 10. So we just leave it like that. So what I want to do now here is we have to change this one into this 10, we change this one into this 10. We'll now take 2 by 5, 4 by 5. This positive is partitioning this 11 to this x with this 24. So you now take 2 multiplied by 5 plus 4 multiplied by 5. This one is okay. We now take this one again, plus we take 1 multiplied by x, plus we take this other one again, 1 multiplied by x is equal to 17. So here we find the place value for this first, 0, 1, and we find the place value for x again, 0, 1. So we take 2, 5 to the power 1, it means what? 5. Plus we take 4, 5 to the power 0 means what? 1. So we take plus. This one means 1 and x to the power 1, we get what? X. So 1 multiplied by x. We take plus. We take 1 times x to the power 0 means what? 1 here. Is equal to 17. So what are we to do here? We do our multiplication of this. We get what? 10 plus 4. We take 1 times x is x. Plus 1 times 1 is 1 is equal to 17. So we collect our right and of course we take x first. X plus 10 plus 4 give us 14. And 14 plus 1 give us what? 15. Is equal to what? 17. So since you are looking out for x, we transpose x is equal to, we take 17. 15 is going minus what? 15. So x here is equal to 15, 17 minus 15, we get what? 2. So that's the value for x in this question. Thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And don't forget, after your subscription, you make sure you view the videos according to the playlist. Once more, I am Mario.